Okay, today we're working on 7.1, day 1, angle relationships in triangles. And before we get further into 7.1 though, let's take a quick look at one of the main concepts we learned in chapter 6 with linear relations. So here we're going to find the equation of the line passing through -1, -3 that is perpendicular to y equal -1/3 x minus 5. Currently in y equal -1/3 x minus 5, we know our slope is -1/3. So slope is -1/3. The perpendicular slope, or the slope of a line that's perpendicular to that line, will be the negative reciprocal of -1/3, which just means flip and change the sign. If we flip -1/3, or if we flip 1/3, we get 3, or 3 over 1. And if we change the sign from negative to positive, then we're just simply left with positive 3. So the equation of the line we're looking for that's perpendicular would be y equal 3x, right? And we could say plus b. We don't know what the y-intercept is. But if we sub in -1, -3, we could solve for that. So let's plug in -3 for y. Let's plug in -1 for x. And we get -3 equal -3 plus b. If we add 3 to both sides, we end up with 0 equal b, because when I bring that -3 over, I get -3 plus 3, which is 0. Therefore, my equation is y equal 3x. There is no y-intercept. And what that looks like on a Cartesian coordinate system is -1, -3 might be somewhere like this, and we simply know that it passes through the origin, and therefore it will not have a y-intercept, but it passes through the point -1, -3. Um, Sorry, yes, -1, -3, exactly. All right, let's look at the learning goals for this. The sum of the exterior angles of a triangle is 360. And what that means is, if I add 120 plus 140 plus this unknown angle right here, we'll just give it a question mark. If we add those three together, the sum of those three exterior angles should be 360 degrees. The second one is second point here is the exterior angle at each vertex of a triangle is equal to the sum of the interior angles at the other two vertices. I want to break that down for you. So if I gave you a triangle that looked like this, and I'll call that x, and I'll call this y, let's just say this is 60, and let's say this is 70 degrees. If I add 60 plus 70 plus y, those are the three angles inside a triangle. We know the interior angles of a triangle have a sum of 180 degrees. But we also know that x and y form a straight line, and a straight line has an angle of 180 degrees as well. So in this case, I'll leave it as red. In this case, we know that x plus y equal 180 degrees. So what I notice is if I add either 60 plus 70, and I add that to y, then we get 180 degrees. If we add x to y, we get 180. So whenever you add either of those to y, you get 180. So therefore, these two here must be the exact same thing. So x has to equal 60 plus 70. And so that means x equal 130 degrees. Because whenever you add either of them to y, you get 180. And so that holds true also for this. I'm just going to move that lower if I can for a second, just for now. Okay. And let's hold that thought and apply the same concept here. So here we have an exterior angle plus this, let's call this one y in here. We know 39 plus 3x plus 6 plus y will equal 180. But we also know 5x plus y will equal 180. Therefore, we know that 5x and 39 plus 3x plus 6 must together be the same thing. They must equal each other, sorry. So 39 plus 3x plus 6 must equal 5x. They have to be the same thing, because whenever you add either of them to this other angle right here, right, whenever you add either of them to that angle right there, you automatically get 180. So they must be the same thing. So let's write that in an equation. 39 plus 3x plus 6 equal 5x. Keep in mind that there's an imaginary positive 1 here. If I distribute it, I get 1 times 3x, which is 3x, and 1 times 6, which is 6. So it really does, we don't need to write the 1 there or separate it in brackets, but we do. So 39 plus 3x plus 6 equal 5x. Then we know that 39 plus 6 is 45. 45 plus 3x equal 5x. If I subtract 3x from both sides, I get 45 equal 2x. And of course, x will equal 45 divided by 2, or in this case, x equal 22.5 degrees. Okay. We can check our work simply by saying 39 plus 3x plus 6 equal 5x, and subbing in 22.5 for x. And we'll do that on both sides of the equation here. So I get 39 plus, that's 67.5. Let's double check, 66, 67.5, yes. Plus 6 equal, this would be 112.5. And 39 plus 67.5 gets you 112.5, actually. 112.5 equal 112.5. So left side equal right side. And so we know that equation, that in this case, x does indeed equal 22.5 degrees. All right, let's take a look at the next one. It's a little simpler. The sum of the exterior angles of a triangle add up to 360. So we know that 120 degrees plus 140 degrees plus x equal 180, 360 degrees, that was a mistake, equal 360 degrees. So 120 plus 140, of course, is 260 degrees plus x equal 360. And then we can say x equal 360 minus 260, and of course x equals 100 degrees. That's it. If you want to sub that back in to double check, we could say 120 degrees plus 140 degrees plus, we'll change x here to 100 equal 360. And of course we get 260 plus 100 is 360, so 360 equal 360. Left side equal right side. And we know we're good. All right, quick lesson. Hope that helps. We'll see you in class.